1 week. We have 1 week until the All Blacks play the Springboks, and my word, this is gonna be amazing. This is a game you can never overhype, but my word, am I hyped for this game. I cannot wait to see the teams. I cannot wait to see the giants that are going to be playing. I want to try and break this game down. I want to go through the history as well, and I want to give my thoughts on it. I would love to hear yours, so please like, subscribe. It really does help the channel grow, and let's get into it. Now, like I said, the Springboks are going to be, well, the Springboks have landed. They're in New Zealand. They are ready to play the All Blacks. And my word, this is going to be some game. Is this going to be the year of not only Ellis Park falling, but the record for Eden Park falling as well? I don't know. I just want this game. This has been such a big rivalry between the Springboks and the All Blacks for God knows how long, and no matter who speaks, what can you say? The Springboks and the All Blacks are the two most dominant sides in world rugby. You have obviously the current world champions, back-to-back World Cup winners, up against an All Black side that they do have the biggest win rate of any team in world rugby. So it's, in a way, it's the best versus the best. Like, this is the head to head. I gave my squad that I think is gonna end up playing up against this the All Blacks, and I got a lot of smack in relation to me choosing Willie le Roux over Damian Willemse. I had my reasons. Honestly, I feel a player of his quality, of his experience, is going to be essential for the game. He might not necessarily be the best player that they have at 15, because in certain aspects I do believe Willemse is better than Willie le Roux. But is Willemse the better player for the type of game that the All Blacks are about to bring? I don't think so. I think you want a cool, calm, experienced head, a truly experienced head, a player that has played up against the best, a player that has had a very long career and understands what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, and how it needs to be done. And I feel Willie le Roux, if he doesn't get injured, does fill that spot. So now, until Rassie Erasmus names his squad, actually, you know what, up until the day that the squad, that they're about to play, until that ball gets kicked, I am always going to be skeptical, because anything can happen. We're going to have an injury pull up. Willie le Roux literally pulled up minutes before the game, right? So anything can happen here, and I hope nothing. I want a clean bill of health. And this is something that I've been saying since the day that this match was announced. I just want the best versus the best. Whether the Springboks win, whether the All Blacks win, I don't care. I want to see the best players in the world go head to head and provide us all with some of the best damn rugby that we have ever seen. Because you know that this was going to be. But now, who does the pressure fall onto? Some people say all the pressure is on the Springboks coming to play the All Blacks in their fortress, in a stadium that just has its own aura. Personally, I feel all of the pressure comes on the All Blacks. The Springboks are coming. If they lose, fair enough. They've lost. So what? They couldn't beat the All Blacks again. The All Blacks stay first. And you know what? That Eden Park record stays. Fair enough. Understandable. But this is the big but. The team that has the biggest win percentage. A team that has made Eden Park their fortress. A team that their entire nation revolves around this squad. The expectation is above and beyond. Yes, they do understand that they're going to be playing up against the Springboks, but that expectation is going to go far beyond anything that would be expected of the Springboks. Whenever the Springboks play, whenever they go abroad, they have the nation behind them. They have the heart and soul of our, of our nation, of the green and gold behind them. So they, in a way, they carry the heart. They carry the pride of the nation, which honestly I do feel is something you can feel when you're in a stadium when the Springboks are playing. It is something that you feel in your community when the Springboks are playing. But the All Blacks have a much higher standard that they need to keep, and they are held to it. They are held to it. And honestly, I feel if they lose, there will be people crying in the stands. I can guarantee that. And like I say, I do not care if the Springboks win, if the All Blacks win. I just want to see an amazing game of rugby. I want to see the collisions. I want to see the ferocity. I want to see the conflicts, because we know when Ebenezer steps foot on that field, there's going to be controversy. We know that there's going to be a lot of conflict. Tamaiti Williams, he's just signed, I think it was up until 2029. Hopefully he's going to be fit. Tamaiti Williams, Oxenche, whether we see Fletcher Newell or Tyrell Lomax versus whoever comes on, you have like ridiculous players. I want to see these collisions. I want to see these battles. These battles, I want to see how Peter Steph de Toit plays up against Ardie Savea, because I can guarantee Ardie Savea is coming in at 7. There's no two ways Ardie Savea is not coming at 7, Wallace Atiti coming at 8, and then Tupo Va'i coming in at 6. I can almost guarantee that back row. Obviously, Simon Parker is good. They've got a lot of talent in that back row as well. But come on. Is there going to be any other combination for the back row of the All Blacks to play the Springboks other than Va'i, Savea, and Wallace Atiti? I don't think so. Wallace Atiti had some good minutes. He needed to be prepared for the Springboks game, and I think he is going to be prepared for the Springboks game. Time will tell how this game is going to play out, but all the pressure right here is going to fall on the All Blacks. They are going to have to come in. They're going to have to give 100%, because you are not beating the Springboks without 100%. Honestly, I do feel that Rassie has learned from his mistakes, let's say. Tactical management, game management, player management, especially up against the Wallabies, because the Wallabies came out pure fire. They came out fire. They were hitting us on the counter. They were using Corey Toole. They were using Max Jorgensen, and Tom Wright was an absolute pain in the backside. Will Skelton made life difficult. Rob Valentini made life difficult. Nick White and that bloody moustache, all I remember is Eggman from Bloody Sonic. He made our life a bloody nightmare. Different class here. Different class here. Whoever is going to end up playing at number 9, I don't know. I would love to see Cortez Ratima play. I would love to see Cam Roigard be there. If we got to see Va'i, Savea, Satiti, Roigard, Bowden Barrett, oh my God, I would put my hands up and I would say the Springboks are more than likely going to lose. I do feel that chink in the All Blacks armor at number 9 is going to affect them. It really is going to affect them. I can definitely see Grant Williams playing at 9 for the Springboks, but Christie, I think there's a good chance Christie is going to play unless Cortez Ratima is fit. They do have, I think it's Cal Preston as well, who's also very, very good. Not experienced though. I don't even know what to say about this game, because no matter which way you look, it's a flip of a coin. Heads, tails. South Africa win, All Blacks win. there's so much more if the All Blacks lose. That's all I'm saying. So, as a Springbok fan, as a South African at heart, I hope the Springboks come out. They dominate when it comes to the scrums. They dominate when it comes down to the line out. If Malcolm Marx is going to play, he needs to be on ball, because he is, on his day, one of the best hookers in world rugby. But honestly, I've not been happy with him recently. He's too inconsistent at the lineouts, and that does not give me confidence, especially when you have someone like Cody Taylor, who is a scary beast and who will happily dominate. So I haven't been too happy with Malcolm Marx. Yes, they do have Vessels as well that can potentially fill in. I wouldn't be I wouldn't be upset if he got time. I don't think he will. I think Rassie is going to go for Malcolm Marx all day long. But the tension between this game, I had to get my voice out. Like, this is going to be a hard-fought game. It's going to be brought physical. But honestly, I feel this game's going to be won with the kicks. Andre Pollard is more than likely going to be filling in at 10. We need to get every single sliver, in any single, like, just any chance at points. We need to get it on the board. I cannot see South Africa going for corner and then, trying to maul in. I don't think that's going to work up against the All Blacks. I think at every single point, we are going to frustrate them. We are going to force the errors, especially at the breakdown, where you're going to see Siya Kolisi, where you're going to see Pieter de Toit, where you're more than likely going to see Marco van Staden. You have Kwagga Smith. Honestly, I would love to see Kwagga at 8, Siya at 6, and Pieter at 7. I think that ferocity, that tenaciousness, that bulldog mentality at that breakdown would cause the Springboks and the All Blacks nothing but hell. But I think there's every chance that we will see Van Staden at 6, Kolisi at 8, and then Pieter at 7. I think that's what we might see, actually. But my word, this is just going to be, I don't know. I really don't. I can't imagine how this is going to play out. I don't know. I wouldn't even be able to give a prediction on my score. The only thing I can say, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I don't think we're going to see either of the teams getting past 20 points. I think this is going to be like a 12-10 situation. It's going to be won by like a penalty, if that. It's going to be won by something so small. I cannot see either team, unless something really big happens, I cannot see either team coming away with it and just absolutely dominating. I think this is going to be like World Cup final. This is going to be heavy, hard-fought, tactical and technical work. I don't think we're going to see any of the high-flying rugby. I think we're going to see the grit at the breakdown. We're going to see mistakes happen. We are going to see just fight after fight after fight, really clawing at any single chance at a penalty. But Beauden Barrett's a scary beast. Beauden Barrett is scary. I'm really afraid. Whenever Beauden Barrett steps on that field up against the Springboks, I'm scared. I don't like that feeling. But I do feel that chink at 9. That chink at 9 is gonna be big. Just that little chink in their armor. Little chink in their armor. If Roy God was playing, it'd be a different ball game. But this is gonna be fun. So I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Please like, subscribe. As always, it really does help the channel grow. And I cannot wait for Rassie to release his squad, which is more than likely going to be Tuesday. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you.